Does this make me look tough? Hey guys, so it's been a while since I've done a review, so let's just jump in with episode 10, The Strange Case of the Munchies. Oh my yes, an Emily focus episode. Okay, so Serrator comes up with the nefarious scheme to have this monster called Grenader, I think, to like infect humans with his toxic dirt. And the toxic dirt causes the humans to eat and eat until their gluttonous bellies burst. And when the Rangers show up to stop them, they will become his victims as well. Yeah, that's what Serrator said. So you guys don't understand how much I love Serrator. Like, he is just the best villain that Samurai has. Like, and his dialogue is awesome, and the voice and just how he delivers. Like, as soon as I heard him say that, making their gluttonous bellies burst, I just relaxed and just enjoyed the episode. So this monster ended up infecting a bunch of people in the city. It even affected like all of the Rangers except Emily. And Jaden was like half affected because when he put Jaden under the spell, the monster was running out of energy and drying out. So it was kind of like a weaker version. So yeah. So basically Emily had to prove herself in this episode and get out there and fight the monster and stuff. And Emily, you know, she did prove herself. She ended up using the super mode in this episode, and the monster had to deal with the Emily Hurricane because she was like twirling around super fast and slid them up and everything. You know, it was good. Good action, good Shinkanji action, but good action, you know. So yeah, Emily did kick ass in this episode, you know. And I was even with Antonio when they had the Zord fight. Like, let's give it up for the not so mellow yellow boy. Oh yes, and the Gigazord doing that 50,000 flips in the air when that Megazord should not be able to move like that. I'm surprised that it even moves at all, but that's more of a Shinkanji thing. So hell, even Bulk and Spike got into the action in this episode. Well, not like fighting action. They were actually integrated into the plot and interacted a lot with the Rangers. And it all started like early in the episode where Mia and Emily they had a passion for fashion and decided to go to the mall and try on clothes and buy stuff. And they even had this original song playing in the background while the girls were trying on clothes. It was okay. This is my life, something, something, something now. Go, 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 Power Rangers. Yeah. And did you see Emily stick out her booty at the end of that fashion montage? Like, baby, this is a kid's show, but your cakes aren't that bad, you know. They're alright. Anyway, Mimi ends up leaving her wallet at the mall, and Bulk and Spike were there, and Spike found the wallet, and it had Mimi's address, so they went to the Shiba house, and that's how they got tangled up in all this crap. Like, they snuck into the house after Mentor told them to, like, go away, and then after that, they saw the dojo in there, so they were like, can we train here? And we were like, trying to be samurai, and they wouldn't leave, so Emily pretended like to be like a trainer, and she made them go through like stupid stuff like drop and give me 500 push-ups and crap like that to keep them occupied while they deal with the real drama that's going on. And it was actually pretty funny. I like Bulk and Spike in this episode. It was funny. And Emily with her mirror tricks wig pretending to be a drill sergeant was funny too. Honestly, this whole episode was really entertaining. You know, I enjoyed it a lot. And even like the Rangers under the spell eating up everything in the Sheep house, that was hilarious, you know. Tengo, hambre. Antonio in that Spanish, man, but it actually made me laugh and reminded me of how much I still remember from high school Spanish, you know. Oh, Antonio. So yeah, I've sung his praises, and let me get to what I don't like about this episode. Oh, yes. Okay, the whole thing with Emily is what I don't like, because the beginning of the episode started off with Kevin overseeing Mike and Emily train. You know, they were training, they were punching and stuff, you know, nothing with swords. But they were punching, doing martial arts and flips, and at one point Mike messed up, and Emily, you know, she went to see if he was alright. And then, like, he took advantage of that and, like, threw her over on the mat, you know, and basically won the little sparring match. And then after that, Kevin was like, Emily, you need to toughen up. You're too nice. And basically, after Kevin said that, Emily spent like a lot of this episode trying to be tough and feeling like she's not tough enough and she needs to prove herself. And I was not feeling that at all. Like, since when is Emily not tough? You know, I mean, yes, she's nice and all that, but when it comes to fighting, she's been fine. That's what I don't understand. Like, this plot seems so unnecessary, you know? I mean, at first, I thought it was going to be like, she needs to toughen up, like, don't show the enemy mercy. That's what I thought it was going to be. But the episode went on, like, they made it seem like it was about she's not tough enough physically, which is ridiculous because we haven't seen her struggle at all in battle. So it's like, I don't know, I just didn't like that. And we kept having these lines, like, when they first fought this monster today, and they had to fight a bunch of Moogers, Emily was the first one who went directly after the monster today. And Mia was like, Emily, what are you doing? Like, Emily can't go after the monster today or something, and I don't like it. It's like, would Mia have said that if Jaden jumped after this monster by himself, or if Kevin jumped after him, or if Mikey jumped after him? No, it's just because of Emily, because somehow she's not strong enough. It's stupid. And I didn't like the second time where she had to fight the monster like by herself, and Jaden was kind of there helping, and Jaden was like, wow, she is tough. Here, use the black box. It's like, since when is she not tough? I wasn't feeling that at all. So yeah, if they had a better plot with this episode, I probably would have gave it like a 4 out of 5. But that, it's like this foolishness about her not being tough enough really brings down what could have been a great episode and just makes it good, which is why I can only give it a 3 out of 5. You know, a high 3, but still, you know, I still enjoyed it overall, like I said. And if I was writing this, I probably would have had it like, if they had to do this stupidness, because there's nothing wrong with her showing niceness in a sparring match, because it's just a sparring match, it's not a real battle. But if I was writing this, I guess I would have it like she was fighting a Nightlock and she managed to like injure him, and the monster's like, please don't hurt me, or something like that, and she kind of struggles with that, and then he says like psych and ends up hurting the other Rangers. Then I could kind of see something like that, but they didn't do that, so I wasn't feeling that part. But everything else was fine. Just Emily toughness, stupid. And in case you were really worried about this, because I know you're really worried about this, Mia got her wallet back at the end. I know. Thank goodness, right? And Emily told Bulk and Spike to come back tomorrow to resume training, and I doubt anything's going to come from that. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, so the next episode, a sticky situation. I actually don't have that much to say about it. I mean, I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. So, like, the episode had this monster who shoots out glue that permanently sticks to you and sticks stuff together. And he managed to glue Mikey and Kevin's, like, arms together. And unless the Rangers defeat this monster, they'll be stuck together, like, forever. And basically, we went through the whole episode with them doing wacky antics with their hands stuck together. Like, Kevin and Mikey tried to learn how to fight, you know, like that, but they failed at it. And they were banned from helping the other Rangers fight. So they tried to be helpful in their own way, like get groceries for the house. And they went out in public, you know, stuck together. And like they tried to fit in, like Mikey said, oh, we're like practicing for ballet and the foxtrot. You know, it was stupid, but I liked it. So. And they went to the grocery store and they got groceries, and Kevin tried to put the change in his pocket, and Mike was like, hell no, you know, it was silly, but I liked it. And Mikey came up with the idea to like ride in the grocery cart while Kevin pushes it so they can better get around, you know, and Kevin was like, you know, this is actually a clever idea. You're so creative, Mikey. And Kevin was like, thanks, man. I try to be creative because you're so skilled, you know, and they were doing a little bonding and actually feeling like friends. You know, I liked it. It was nice. And Kevin had to go to the bathroom, and Mikey unfortunately has to, you know, help unzip, and you know, I enjoyed it for the most part. So yeah, the other Rangers ended up all getting glued together when they tried to fight the monster again, and Mikey and Kevin had to come out and help them, and they finally like got in sync. Like Kevin followed Mikey's lead, like Mikey's creativeness with Kevin's skills, you know, mixing it together and stuff. And it was cool. And they had a pretty creative fight. And it was good. And they defeated the monster. And then the monster turned into a mega monster. And then Jaden and Antonio called their Zords, like the Bull Zord and the Claw Zord. And they ended up finishing the monster. Yeah. Great. When I first saw this episode, I was like, 4 out of 5. I'm enjoying this. But like, I just rewatched it. I'm like, ooh, it's a lot of unnecessary dialogue that I just ignored the first time around. So I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I'm still going to give it a 4 out of 5 for now, just because I did enjoy it. And I was kind of surprised, like, when I went on Ranger Board and everybody was just hating on it for the most part. Because I actually thought this was better than the Emily one. And everybody else didn't, just because, oh my god, this Shinkanger and they're copying again and they didn't do anything with Bulk and Spike. And I don't care that it's a Shinkanger copy because it's a good Shinkanger copy and I enjoyed it for the most part. And Bulk and Spike, like, I'm not one of those people like, you need to integrate Bulk and Spike more into the plot. I don't care. What they need to do is get rid of them because I don't like them in the show. So, but Bulk and Spike, like, I actually liked them. Like, they were just getting, like, got stuck together in the episode. I kind of liked it. It was simple and funny. Like, I don't care about them. So, I would be happy if they just cut their loss and got rid of them. So, I wasn't with all the other fans like, you need to integrate them more. And you didn't in this episode, so it sucks. I don't care. There was a scene between Serrator, Dayu, and Decker in this episode, but I'm going to talk more about them in my next Power Ranger review, if I actually do it. So, later you guys, alright? Hope you enjoyed the video.